Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and today was day one of the Washington Commanders training camp with pads on, and it was a very exciting day full of highlights, which I'll go over a few of those in today's video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification button. 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, so go ahead and do it. It's free and it takes 1 second. So we finished the first week of training camp and had the first day of the second week of training camp yesterday. But the real stuff doesn't start until the pads come on. That's when you really get a sense of things, how the offensive line and defensive line are doing, and then that really lets you evaluate the quarterback a little bit more, and it's a little bit more of an even playing field when the offensive linemen get their pads on, when everyone does, but especially for the offensive linemen. But the headliner of today, and I'm not going to, I'm just going to go right into it, is Terry Mclaurin making the, catch of training camp, kind of a one-handed. He goes out with one, kind of bobbles a little bit and corrals it with the second hand, I believe. Shout out to Mason right here for filming a bunch of clips the last week or so. So you guys are going to see, I believe Terry is on the bottom of the screen right here, and he's on Forbes, kind of beats Forbes by a decent amount and is able to make the play. So we're going to go out again, and Sam Howell, not a great pocket, but decent enough, makes a nice throw right where it needs to be. Maybe overthrew a little bit, but it was a very good throw, because if he underthrew it, Forbes could have gotten it, and then Terry just makes an absolutely insane play. So I'll show it one more time just so you guys can see. Terry uses his veteran, experience and his savviness to beat, Emmanuel Forbes off the line basically, and has a step on him the whole way. But again, if he underthrows it, Emmanuel Forbes, he's close enough to, he's lanky where he could have maybe touched it, but he throws it way over Forbes, and Terry does the rest. Was it an amazing ball? No, but it was a really good ball, or it was a good ball by Sam, and an even better catch by Terry. Again, shout out to Mason. Go ahead and follow his Twitter. It is right here. And that was one play of the day. There was another one with Jahan Dotson, which I'll get into a little bit later. And also, the other thing I want to talk about, this is an under the radar guy, but undrafted free agent Mason Brooks, who they gave a decent signing bonus to. He beat Pedro Mathis with such a, I don't know what that means. Sorry, that Juan Castillo started jumping for joy. The other players immediately called for a rematch, and then Brooks put Mathis on the ground. People were saying it was a pancake block. So, and of course, everyone got hype after that. So, not good for Pedro Mathis, because he's a second-round pick going into his second year, but basically his first year. And Mason Brooks is an undrafted free agent rookie. So, not looking good for Pedro Mathis on that play, but obviously has way more time to show out. But shout out Mason Brooks. If he keeps this up, he has a chance to make the roster for sure. But I feel like they maybe have a little bit more depth at guard and center than they do at tackle, so that might be a little bit worse for him. But if he really looks good, they're gonna find a way to put him on the roster. They will find a way. And yeah, if he's going up against Pedro Mathis, he's going with the second or probably the second team right there. So he's already up there in the ranks and makes a great play. So stock up right there for Mason Brooks. A little bit of stock down for Pedro Mathis, but again, it just won't, 2 plays there, I guess. Another tweet, saying Benjamin St. Juste having a great camp so far. Also was listening to John Keim's podcast yesterday, and he said that Benjamin St. Juste is having a terrific camp. I'll go ahead and pull it up right here, and then I'll show you guys a Jahan Dotson clip, just waiting for this to load. And let's go ahead and see it. There you go. John Keim says that, Benjamin St. Juste has had a terrific camp so far. And I agree with these, takes right here. It's great that he's playing well, but we need him to stay healthy. We really need him to stay healthy. So that's the biggest thing. But it's great to hear that he's had a great camp. Haven't seen a lot of splash plays, but that doesn't necessarily mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because, hey, if I don't hear the corner's name one time in a game, that's a good thing. That means he wasn't, targeted or barely targeted, and didn't give up many receptions. So, and while I'm here, go ahead and follow my Twitter, Pedro Smith YT. Posting a bunch of tweets there lately, trying to grow the page a little bit. let's go to the Jahan Dotson clip right here. Again, shout out to Mason for the clip. And once I'm there at training camp, I'll be able to give you guys these clips myself. But Jahan Dotson, makes Christian Holmes fall right here. You see him right there and just makes him fall. I don't know if it was Jahan or if Christian Holmes just lost his footing, but hey, it doesn't look good nonetheless. And good throw by Sammy. He rolls out to the right, a little bit off balance, thrown on the run, and makes a good. Jahan's wide open because he just cooked the guy and made him fall. But it was a kind of tough throw in terms of, okay, he's moving on the run and off balance, and he makes a nice throw. So looks like Sam Howell had a pretty good day. So that's kind of it for the highlights. We're gonna get into the play-by-play in a second here, but first, Montez Sweat and Chase Young talking trash to each other, or to the offense's peak week 2 of camp, annual tradition. Offense chips Sweat with a tight end running back. He yelled at the sideline, honestly, what y'all doing? So, hey, you love to see that. I know J.D. McKissick and Montez Sweat went back and forth a lot. That was good to see. Sucks that J.D.'s not here anymore and he's hurt with that neck injury, but wishing all the best for him. And, he got a decent amount, a few good years here in Washington. Next, let's go into the play-by-play. So, if you guys want to see a bunch of clips, I post about 2 minutes of clips on my channel, just clips and some of these good ones, so go ahead and check that out. Voice crack there, but let's go ahead and get started. So Commanders running inside drills 1-on-1s, and the first rep Dotson beats St. Juice, so good to hear Jahan, and we've heard St. Juice had a good camp, so that's fine. Defense was getting the better of the offense early on. Cody Barton had a nice TFL on Brian Robinson. Kyler McGowan had a nice move to beat his DB. Let's see. And there was one play, and this is in the highlight video that I posted if you guys want to go ahead and check that out afterwards. Brown kind of beats Forbes a little bit, gets a little bit of a step on him, and then it might have been Hal, I can't remember who was the QB. They throw it overthrow a little bit because, again, Forbes is right there, and he goes for the one-handed catch, almost makes it and corrals it. So, honestly, a good play by Forbes and Diami on that play. And let's see, Gibbs had a nice run there. Chris Rodriguez had a nice run for about 10 yards. And then Diami had a nice catch against St. Juice. So, seems like a couple of times St. Juice got beat. But Diami, I'm hearing way more about Diami Brown than Curtis Samuel. So, not sure if that's going to continue going into the season because there could be two things going on. One, Diami's way better in training camp than he is in the regular season. Or two, Curtis Samuel is just turning it on. He's going to turn it on during the regular season. Or it could be both these things. But, Diami really hasn't had a camp close to this so far. So we got to give him his flowers. And I did in a video yesterday with him and Terry. And then second, apparently Eric Bieniemy was getting very frustrated with the offense, the first team offense. I don't know if it was Hal or someone else, but something was wrong with the huddle. So the second team offense was going against the starting defense on 11v11s, and Montez was mouthing off to the offensive line, and they went back to now it's the starting offense versus backup defense. Hal opens up with a pass to Dotson against Martin, then Gibson breaks makes a nice run, and then we got goal line drills are up with the second offense starting things. Brissett first pass touchdown to Arma, who's kind of a fullback / tight end, and Zach Selby says that was 4 plays, 4 touchdowns for the offense. So offense definitely had one of its better days. And starting offense ends things on a high note with a touchdown to Logan Thomas. 1-on-1 pass protection. Chase and Jonathan Allen looked impressive with wins over Leno and Sadiq. On the offensive side, Gates and Cosme got win. Was impressed with Cosme's ability to mirror pain when he tried cutting back to the quarterback. That's another thing. With Cosme, I think he can play well. He's just got to stay healthy. Deron Payne has talked about how, it's tough to go against Cosme. So I really think Cosme can be good. I really do. It just, he's got to stay healthy with Benjamin St. Jude, both those guys. I think Cosme can be a Pro Bowl type guard. I know that might be a bold, statement, but I think he can be that type of player. Andre Jones had a nice play on Braden Daniels. That's really the first time we've heard about him. And, we're getting close to end of practice, and offense has looked better than the past few practices. And then Dotson, Kazmir Allen, and Dax Milne were catching punts. And apparently Danny Johnson was, muffed a few punts. And I saw Gibson, and this is also in the other highlight video, he was, fielding some punts as well. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. But hey, first day of pads was definitely an eventful one. And I can't wait for, many more of these, and, going to be back, in the States in about a week, a little bit more than a week. So once I'm back, I'll be going to the training camps. I get back on the 9th or 10th, so I might be able to go to the first day of training camp, or the one on the 9th. If not, I'll be there on the 13th and 14th. So should be a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.